Hi and welcome to Snail Baby Tarot. Today we're doing a tarot reading looking into what shadow work your person needs to do. So we're just going to take just a quick stroll through their energy field to see what's going on with them at this time, what they're working on, and then we're going to kind of compare and contrast with where your energy is at and whether or not you guys are aligned, or maybe you guys need to diverge a little bit.
Do separate things.
Oh, I forgot to say, this lady next to me is my best friend. She's helping me today. We're collabing.
It's another Snail Baby social.
Yeah.
We have 3 groups today. We have honey calcite, which is this warm, gooey energy. It is
gorgeous.
So wonderful to be with in person. And this green opal.
It's very snaky.
Yeah, very snaky, very rich, very mossy. And then we have our rose quartz.
This is kind of faded because it came from my mom and she's had it forever. So it's special rose quartz because it's like mom rose quartz.
Yeah, heirloom energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are the 3 groups that we have. Take a minute to kind of tune in to the energy of your person, really pause the video, meditate, or if you have, a personal intuitive method you like to use, go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3, I'll see you in the reading.
Bye.
Hi and welcome if you chose group 1, this honey calcite. So we have some pre-shuffled chakra cards just to check in with where your person's energy is at this moment.
Yeah, and so already it's seeming like they're trying to make some decisions, get in touch with their intuition, and be a little bit more present in their life.
So they have like a lot of higher level energy. This was your bottom deck energy?
Yeah.
So they have a lot of higher level energy, a lot of intuitive downloads coming in right now, and I do feel like with this heightened awareness, this is going to naturally have to lead to some kind of change in behavior. Like that's the end goal here with this bottom deck energy. But it may take a lot to integrate this idea of presence and actually being able to hear that intuitive voice when it speaks up and sends you that message.
Yeah. So that is a really good place to start. Do we want to just dive into tarot?
Yeah, sure. Oh, cute. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups. We love this queen. Very beautiful, very gestational, very intuitive.
And that yellow really, actually the colors.
They do vibe, don't they? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Okay, Queen of Swords coming through now. So there may be a little bit of a conflict between what they intuitively know and what their mind is experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
Hierophant, so changing that inner narrative.
Yeah, a lot of big energy right now. I'm trying to find the right path for them, something that balances their thoughts and their emotions, that aligns. And that is literally decisions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like what do they want to grow? Because right now it doesn't seem like they're surrounded by the energy they want to be surrounded by, with this 2 of Pentacles showing a barren garden.
Alright, so let's get some clarifiers. Can we clarify the Queen of Cups?
Yeah, high key intuition. I mean, it's very likely your person knows that they need to do shadow work right now and that they're actively collaborating with this energy.
This High Priestess gives me a lot of resonance with the Hierophant, with this book.
Mm-hmm.
This feeling of, and they're looking for maybe an outside source or something to change how they think about themselves. Maybe they are doing a lot of self-work, reading a lot of books, going to yoga, just really investing in themselves in a very intentional way. Maybe they're in school or learning a craft that's changing how they view themselves in the world.
This is definitely the energy that you want from someone that you're interested in on an emotional or romantic level, because it shows that they are valuing themselves and their need to like grow and integrate this sense of higher purpose.
Queen of Swords.
10 of Wands. Yeah.
Little Fox King.
I know, yeah, so there is this sense of energy rising coming off of this picture. And again, there with this eel, like there is a lot of like danger or anxiety that's still very much present, but it's like they're learning how to like flow and move through those feelings without getting to this really activated state. Like that's the goal, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, this actually makes me feel like there's something going on in their life that they are reacting to. So maybe they wouldn't be on this healing journey if their life circumstances were a little bit different. So they are trying to correct what might be an overactive stress response and just go with the flow a little bit more and just take account for how they have been interacting with the world.
Yeah.
Which is a really good healing energy. But maybe what you're experiencing might be the harsher aspects of this. If this is your person, if this is somebody that you are encountering in your life, maybe you're taking part in a reason why they want to be better and do things right. So much big energy.
Yeah, they really want a fresh start. They want to find the right path to get to that.
Hey, yeah, they're kind of goofy. I don't know why, but I see the Cookie Monster. Just maybe they're a goofy person. That's really nice to balance out this very structured Hierophant.
Yeah, you might get one side of their energy or the other and be surprised. Like either they seem like they're very serious and they're going through a lot and trying really hard, or they just seem like they're happy-go-lucky. And I feel like there's this idea that you don't see the full energy, like the mix of it.
Yeah, working on this intuitive blend with the Queen and with the Priestess, bringing those two sides together to be a complete and whole person is the goal. 2 Pentacles, so that is the vibe.
So that being your only pentacle so far is kind of saying they're having a hard time integrating this on a physical level at this moment. Like the energy is there with the 6 of Cups. The desire to grow is very much present. I just think that they might not have as much to show for it physically, even though this energy is very powerful. It's like this energy hasn't come all the way down to the base chakra yet. Like they're filtering it and trying to bring it into their physical world. It's not quite fully integrated, I would say.
Yeah, no, it's like with the sun going down into the garden, it's just they're trying to take all of this higher energy and bring it into a place in their life where they can use it to make decisions.
And I'm seeing this skull is somewhat blocking the sun. Again, getting this idea of anxiety or stress response somewhat blocking them from fully grounding with the eye on the earth here.
With the 6 of Cups, it's just not quite ready to hatch.
Yeah, but it's good because it is in growth and in process. Like there's this balanced energy with this 6 that's very here, present.
It's true, yeah, no, it's just, this is a part of the process. And the bottom deck energy is the King of Wands. This is a very motivated person. We got 2 suns here.
Yeah, and the King of Wands, this King of Wands always reminds me of like a lifelong learner, which is a weird thing to say for the King of Wands, but with this one I always feel like this is a king who like built his whole empire and then decides that he still wants to strike out and find and discover more. Like this is someone who doesn't cut themselves off or cap themselves before they've fully experienced all the things that they can get out of this world. That's what I get with this King of Wands.
So as far as shadow work goes, this feels really good, really straightforward. They seem like they're really in alignment with this. Do we need any more clarifiers? Is there any section you'd like to go deeper into?
I mean, I feel like it's very clear. I think your person's mindset and energy is very clear, so it's easy to sort of channel, honestly.
No, this feels really good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you, what healing messages that we might have for you.
So yeah, I guess, can we leave these ones out so I can compare what your primary, like where the energy is for you mostly, and your energy field. Okay, so the viewer, what is going on?
Got him.
Okay, cool, lovely.
Okay, we have surrender.
So yeah, you may be far apart from this person right now, and you may be very much missing them while they're on their own sort of journey of renewal.
And freedom.
Yeah, this is your time to grow, your time to change. I don't know if that's something that feels good for you.
You might really want to be a part of this person's healing journey in a more active way, but they have they're working on integrating these parts of themselves, and you don't necessarily have a hand in the intricacies of that shadow work. Maybe they will call you or ask you for help or for guidance, but as far as being there in the nitty-gritty, in the thick of it, you need to let yourself be free and let them be free and just trust the process.
Right.
And conserve your energy in case it does need to be tapped. I just sort of get the feeling that there's this desire to be a little bit more involved than you are, and you might be wasting a little bit of energy trying to help, but things are going to move at the pace that they're going to move. If you were a catalyst for this change, your work is kind of done.
Yeah, I just feel like if you are in separation from this person, the separation is for you with freedom.
Mm-hmm.
This is a chance for you to explore in your mind all of your opportunities and possibilities and see what you really want to do and where you want to go, because your person here is very occupied with their work, and there's no reason for you to hold space for them, because I feel with the Fool, when they're ready to like move toward what makes them happy and joyous, they will naturally move toward you if you have that type of connection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't wait around.
Mm-hmm.
Build your own empire. Yeah.
Thank the universe for this. I would say, yeah, with surrender, I always say I thank people for the energy they gave me without expecting them to ground into my life in the way that I would want. But I thank them for the opportunity and for the energy they brought to me in the present.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Let's grab some tarot.
So, any last advice for group 1 on their journey? Yeah?
The Devil.
Okay. Interesting. I can see that vibing with surrender, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Top one, yeah.
The Fool as well.
Yeah, so I feel you both are out here with opportunities for a fresh start.
And also Queen of Cups.
Okay. You guys may be mirroring each other somewhat. We also have 3 of Pentacles. You're in each other's lives for a reason.
Yeah, and this 3 of Pentacles is a succession of the 2. Oh yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you may be someone that your person does look up to a little bit, like as someone who has built something already, even if it's not the full 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm saying this situation with surrender and the Devil is being maybe very, very triggering emotionally in terms of past negative relationships, or just like really desiring integration or connection with someone, but then circumstances are blocking it.
Yeah, I get this, the surrender and Devil combination, and with freedom, I get this sense that you might have come into this relationship with a lot of ideas about how things should go, and you had a very narrow path that you were trying to follow because you're looking to build, or you started to build something in your life. But with this Fool and the Queen of Cups, it just seems like
sorry.
Whatever this energy is, you're also realizing that you need to have a level of emotional flexibility and intelligence, and the ability to let go of how you thought things should be. And time things. Even though I'm not getting a lot of timing cards right now, I feel like there is just this sense of timing. Because it's different when you are doing things for yourself versus when you were doing things with other people. You also got the 6 of Cups.
There's a definite soulmate connection kind of vibe here.
Yeah, no, this is not. It seems like you might be trying to bring your lives together in your shadow work.
It feels mutual.
Very mutual, and also very healthy so far.
Well, yeah, so we have the 7 of Wands coming out here with the Devil. Yeah, so I see this is something you really, really went for, or wanted to go for. Like, your energy was very down, and then you experienced blockages, and I just feel a lot of frustration there. Wow, okay, so we also have the World and Temperance reversed. Yeah, it's like with the World going, like clarifying the Fool, it's like a big cycle needs to be completed before we get to the fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
And the Temperance reversed is giving me a very frustrated energy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's your timing blockage with the World. It's like you're not setting the time scale for this.
No, and you don't get to.
You don't. Yeah, and I feel frustration and resistance coming through very. And the Seven of Wands can be a card of resistance as well. This idea of like instead of collaborating with reality and surrendering to the just what is before you, what is given to you in this moment in the physical. There's this desire to pull things in before they're ready to come in.
Yeah, I guess what comes in really strong with the Seven of Wands is just this back against the wall feeling. Like maybe you feel like there is only one way forward, and it's fraught with a lot of blockages, and figuring out how to kind of take a path of least resistance. Maybe you're really used to working and manifesting things in your life, and this is not an area where you get to be that active of a player. And you just have to let things flow and let things go. And with the Fool and the Hierophant combination on your significant other's side, I think that Fool energy for him comes a lot more naturally, and that Hierophant comes a lot more naturally and is timed differently than yours.
Your person has the advantage that like they are doing shadow work for themselves, and they're seeking to do it, and they're doing it within a framework, and the point for them is the healing, the growth, the work. Whereas I feel like what's happening for you is that you're reacting to a sense of restriction more so. Like it's just it's the way it's reaching you is quite different. Like you have other things that are going on, and they're big energies, and they're probably slower moving energies. And so this for you, your shadow work is finding this temperance, which is nothing people tend to want to do in their lives, generally speaking.
No, and I think a lot of people expect things to be hard. I think a lot of people expect that if they're doing something right, there's a degree of pain or hard work or sacrifice involved. And I get this feeling with all of this frustration, all of this back against the wall energy, that a lot of what you might need to do is let yourself be at ease, let yourself surrender and be free. And I think that there might be a feeling of being uncomfortable with things being okay, with things being in process. You might be the type of person that either you have an incredibly clean house or an incredibly dirty house. You don't do things halfway. And this halfway letting things flow energy is not something that you're comfortable with. You would rather have a to-do list, you would rather have a task at hand and a goal in mind, and you just have to let things be and be okay with it in its in-process state.
Yeah, temperance is really saying that you do not have to enjoy this. You do not have to embrace it and love it, but you do have to accept it. Part of the key factor here in moving toward this is acceptance rather than resistance. That internal shift will move mountains.
Okay, Queen of Cups.
Last one. Hello! Hello!
So there's integration here, there's this coming together, and that's so lovely with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Cups.
Yeah, you're both in a place where you're ready to give love when the time is right. This is here. This is, yeah, like what they want, you want. With the Six of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Fool showing up on both sides. It's really sweet.
This is really adorable. I wasn't prepared for how adorable this is going to be.
Yeah, I know. And it's interesting because I was thinking with the Hierophant, like, the Hierophant is like when we get our house in order to be ready for integration with another person. So your person is like pre-ready, like they're working toward it. They're organizing their own internal thought processes and integrating downloads. And so you may be ready. You might be more ready than them, and that is frustrating. But like, it's kind of a beautiful thing to be holding space for this person and knowing that when they've healed more and they're in a better place, you have this like cup of love to offer them.
And if you're here because you haven't met your person yet, I feel like when you do meet them, you're going to have so much in common. Once you get past the small talk and everything else, when you get into talking the nitty-gritty of what you've done in your life and how you've grown, it's just gonna feel so in sync. It's just gonna feel so nice, and you're gonna feel so just understood and validated by this person, and you're just gonna do that for each other. So I'm really excited for you. Any clarifiers? This feels so crisp.
Crisp is the word.
What was the bottom deck energy though?
Oh yeah. Oh, the Four of Cups. Yeah, so I feel you waiting for this person, either an ideal lover or a specific lover, but I feel you waiting and that emotional emaciation. And it's like, and you're really being asked to let go of this feeling.
No, if you let go, then you'll be in sync more with this person. Versus if you are holding on to it and holding on to your potential growth, then you will be pulling yourself out of sync.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Group 1.
Bye! Hi, and welcome if you chose this beautiful giant orb, the green opal. Let's get into your person's shadow work energy. We pre-shuffled some cards.
Yeah, so we have the physical body, a lot of grounding happening here, and then stability and security. Who doesn't want that? And
that's 1-1.
One
basic most.
Yeah, we need it. And then dreams.
That's your bottom deck energy.
And that's bottom deck energy. So it really does feel like whatever their shadow work involves is going to be manifesting what they've dreamed into their physical life. They're really pushing to make something happen for themselves in the world.
Yeah.
It could be just emotional awareness, being in your body, body awareness. It could be something that has to do with creating a life that for themselves that's financially stable. We'll get into the tarot for all that.
I mean, because this is a shadow work energy, I just feel I should point out your person may also just be going through a moment in their life where they are not in a super spiritually awakened phase. Obviously, this will vary from person to person, but there is a sense that maybe their third eye, their sense of vision and purpose is more focused on things that are material or status oriented. But we'll see what the tarot has to say about it specifically.
Okay. So group 2. Group 2 shadow work.
Oh, cute. The Knight of Cups. They're a dreamer. I like that pink.
That's beautiful pink.
Was this reversed or upright?
Reversed.
Okay. The Devil. I love this Devil card. It's got so much charisma. In the reverse. Is that showing up as reversed? No. Okay. Ace of Coins, of course. Of course. And then Justice. Yeah, they have to balance a lot of stuff in their material world right now.
Yeah, with this little Knight of Cups, it just seems like I look at his little feet and how they're all going into the cup, and there's just so much in one little cup.
Yeah, they may have outgrown their situation now, and they're trying to dream better possibilities for themselves.
They're releasing a lot of things with this Devil and trying to make way for something in their physical life. I get the messages, these little envelopes that are on the card here, they're just looking for a sign where they can root and dream in a new way, and really trying to balance out their energies.
Yeah, I get the sense they may have committed themselves to a lifestyle or internalized some ideas about themselves that were really, really holding them back and really limiting them. And so they're just now beginning to expand out of that and change their attitude toward who they want to be and how they want to move in the world.
I love that. Clarifiers? Okay, so let's ask about this Knight of Cups. Six of Wands.
Yeah, I mean, this Knight of Cups has this really sweet, timid energy, and I feel like with what's going on materially, they may experience a sense of blockage.
Yeah, this almost makes me feel like they don't quite feel safe but the place in their, maybe their physical life or in their emotional center, it doesn't quite suit them anymore. They need to expand, but expanding is scary.
They also might sometimes reach for the wrong things, because that's what I always feel with this hand being here. It's like, well, why are you trying to steal a stick from an angry, rabid storm cloud dog, you know?
Don't do that.
Yeah, maybe not the right, and maybe they're just learning through experience what they're too sensitive for, what really damages their energy, who does not feed them, or, yeah, what situations are too draining.
Yeah, where should they be pointing their will towards that's like healthy?
Yeah, what do they really want to dream about? Like, what dreams are authentically theirs and not something they internalized?
Okay, let's talk to that devil. Not strong enough.
Yeah, I feel them being very motivated toward not necessarily the right energies in the past. This horse is blindfolded and moving so fast. So
yeah, maybe circumstances in their life, it definitely, or just how they were raised, or lack of information or education about certain things, created and instilled some ideas in them that have them reaching for the wrong things, but you don't know what is the right thing to reach for.
yeah.
So discovering that for them is not necessarily an intuitive process. It seems to be a little bit more of trial and error. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but also, if that is their process, it's just a willingness to keep doing that, even if it's painful.
Yeah.
And that is difficult.
Yeah, this is hard because I just kind of see them being so motivated towards something that looks so good, and then before they knew it, they were like chained to a situation that was like sucking them dry, like these little vampire bats.
Yeah.
Biting on the devil. Yeah, yeah.
No. Okay. So this Ace of Pentacles. So what's inspired them to seek out this new physical beginning? Really.
Yeah, all this Swords energy coming through. The Swords court cards are very painful. There's this confusion and sadness. Like, you don't know what you want, but you know that what you have is just hurting you.
Yeah, maybe this is a message of more, maybe you had a more that physical mindset, that money-oriented mindset, or there's a goal or a lifestyle that you're trying to maintain or sustain, that or create for yourself that isn't necessarily aligned with what actually makes your heart sing, what moves your heart forward. Everything feels really hard and really difficult, but you keep going forward anyways, or they keep going forward anyways, because you're not quite sure what else to do. But with this Justice here, there's this feeling that it's not quite right.
Yeah, and this knave is sort of using the wrong tools to, like, because this is like the unconscious mind, your intuition, and it's like you're not going to be able to use your logical mind to understand something. And so, like, these more logically oriented, it's this feeling of, like, being oriented toward things that have to do with the material, but not listening to your body on a deeper intuitive level.
That is more of what it feels like. Okay, so Justice. It's going to clarify for Justice. Oh,
Ow.
ouch. Popped right out.
It's Papa. You got the Devil and the Emperor. This is like, these energies are so powerful to me in a very young, masculine, like, grounded, just like creative, manifestational way, I guess.
Yeah, no, I feel like maybe you have this like sweet little horse here with not enough room to grow, and there's all this big movement out in the world energy that is not creating an environment for sort of this heart, the heart of you, or the heart of your person, to take root and grow and be balanced. So there's a lot of this outgoing energy trying to live up to some sort of maybe masculine ideal in the world. And if your person is a feminine energy, then to live up to or compete with more masculine stereotypes instead of being emotional or being feminine and being grounded in your femininity or feminine energy.
Right, yeah, and I just see this like, yeah, they're going through, this Swords energy doesn't want to quit. They are going through, a total breakdown. We have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords underneath just poking out. So it is like more blindfolds, more thoughts creating confusion and noise that distract from the internal truth that's here.
Yeah, all of the Swords energy gives, and like the Devil reversed, and Justice. So there's like this we're in a shadow work section,
Yeah.
right? So it's just like, this person knows that they are mentally clinging onto things that are really hurting them.
I don't know if they do know with dreams. It may be coming through on this really unconscious channel. Like, I don't know how much they access this, even if this is the core of who they are.
But it's there.
It's there.
Well, I guess the shadow work that needs to be done.
It would be coming through probably in the form of dreams or very quiet little intuitive feelings that I just don't see them hearing.
Right. It would be something that would come like right before they go to sleep, or in the quiet of the morning, or waiting for the bus, or in car rides. Like in these little in-between moments for this person, things just don't feel quite right. And so if they are blocking this message, you might find that this person really overstimulates themselves very often. Maybe they listen to music before they go to bed, or they always have the TV on, or YouTube, or whatever their vice of choice. Like they're not very comfortable with silence. Maybe they talk to fill the void.
Yeah.
So you might view this person and see them as like, I don't know,
The
like
Energizer Bunny.
Yeah, well, with the Emperor and the Devil, like maybe they feel very charismatic, and with what they're bringing to the table, it might appear that they have it all together, but really they're just filling space so they don't have to realize or feel the dissonance within themselves. That might be how they appear to you right now, but they're going through a lot, and they really don't want to go through it.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
It's really painful. And it's self-created pain, unfortunately, with all these swords cards. Because when these first came out, I was wondering if maybe they were going through like material instability.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like even if they are going through physical scarcity, a lot of the pain is in the mind, and it's in their not challenging sort of their neural pathways that they've created.
Yeah.
Saying, just going through this loop.
This could be a person that came from scarcity that really resonated with me. So it might be that they've created stability for themselves, and now they aren't truly living in the present. They are still acting as though they don't have the physical nourishment or resources that they need. They don't feel like they have. They have this, so they're just continuously pushing, and so now they're overbalanced in the wrong direction because they don't know what else to do.
Right, so with this Devil reversed versus this Emperor with Justice, there's this sense that like they're someone who can have tremendous power on a material level, and that's not bad necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
What they've been motivated toward, it really has been overcorrecting or going in the wrong direction or reinforcing negative patterns. But the truth is, if they could really balance their energy and find the right opportunity to bring in what's good for their body and their soul, they could be this incredibly powerful Emperor who has this little domain where they're just in their power and they're creating good things for themselves. But unfortunately, the mindset is really holding them back from their true potential.
I do feel called to use our second clarifier deck just to see if there's any deeper layers to this energy.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna see what pops out, which is risky with this little deck.
A lot of things can pop.
I can...
I see this
Yep.
one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's such a simple kind of message, energy that needs to come through for them. It might be so simple they just can't see it.
Like, be balanced, have balance. Yeah. And I think the only thing that I feel called to say is that the reason why you might be attracted to them in the first place is this physical persona that they have, is this drive. They might make you feel very stable.
It may make you feel very wanted too, because I can see them really giving you a lot of energy when they give you that energy.
And so part of the shadow work with this person, if you are choosing to participate with them on this level, might be letting go of this persona. that they have, and sort of finding the edges and sort of preemptively forgiving them and loving them for dropping these motivations and going towards things that are more calm, more stable, more intuitive and bodily minded, instead of just continuously encouraging them or expecting them or holding an expectation for them to be always in this big emperor justice energy and to fight all of these battles and to continue fighting. But we will pull tarot for you in a moment for that.
Okay. Oh yeah, so first I would like to contrast what your sort of energy is in your energy field, what chakras are really lighting up for you right now in your journey. See, whether or not your person are resonating with one another, or if you're in a completely different place, if your energy's moving in a different direction than theirs. Let's check it out. So,
We got 3 right here.
that was violent.
Bam!
So you do seem different.
Very solar plexus.
Oh, straight up.
Yeah.
Just that whole, this person may test your control and self-respect. It's some of them.
Mm-hmm. Sacral chakra.
Oh yeah, we're just getting the ones.
These are just these main energy centers.
Okay.
Crown chakra. Wow. It's like major arcana but chakra.
Yeah, seriously. Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's not even like about a specific message or key word. It's just like your body's very lit up. I feel like you are receiving a lot of intuitive messages about this person.
Mm-hmm. They might make you feel very creative, very activated. They might move you around in the world in a way that you haven't experienced yet. So it's just like you might, how do I phrase this? There's just this opening within you that's happening that can feel very big and important if you haven't felt this way before.
What I don't know if this is just me, but like what I feel is that what they may make you feel in the physical is really powerful, but also I can see it being kind of
challenging.
Yeah,
there's no
like,
growth without a challenge.
Well, yeah, I also see you kind of like holding a lot of space for this person, or maybe compromising for them. That's just kind of what's coming to mind with these two.
Yeah.
Even if what you're getting on a more intuitive level is that you need to let go, or there's something not quite right, or you're not. I feel like you are intuitively sensing disconnect in your person's energy, because they seem so disjointed to me, between what their mind and their intuition are sort of saying. So I feel you feeling very like sacrally motivated toward this person and having a lot of space for them, but I feel like there might be a part of you that is just noticing some inconsistencies or some need to pull back almost.
Yeah, okay, so if these energy centers are being activated or opened, so you might be holding space for them very instinctively just because they were a catalyst.
And they feel so powerful.
But almost in response to these opening, your crown chakra is like coming in and going, hey,
be careful.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Right. So, but just because they act as a catalyst doesn't mean that this energy belongs to them.
True.
Or it should always be associated with them. This is 100% yours.
Yes.
So even if this is not an energy that stays in your life, you can still be thankful that you were given an experience that let you, I don't know, open yourself up or be in tune with yourself in a different way. So when you unstick all of those things, you have these nice open centers and this crown chakra here to protect you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're not meant to tie an energetic response to the thing that engenders that response. Like, that is just, even if it doesn't feel random, ultimately, the things that activate our energy centers, they can be found in many, many different forms. So it's not necessarily random, but it's variable and malleable, and you don't have to tie that feeling to this energy.
Yeah, I do get that tie, though. More than anything, there's like, it feels like a very huge pull and this holding space for this person. So a lot of awareness of that and just the fact that it's happening and bringing bringing mindfulness almost to the interactions with this person to see when you start getting pulled, or when you start instinctively holding space, or if you start projecting things out into the future that tie the two of you together and just sort of ease it and tease it apart. Let's see what Tarot has to say.
So yeah, any advice for group 2 in their continuing relationship with this person? Okay.
King of Pentacles. The Chariot. So you really want to like move and be established. And the Four of Cups.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something that you don't feel like you can get on your own.
Seven of Cups reversed. Here, let me put them towards you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
this just feels like almost like a worshipping energy.
Especially paired with the Four of Cups, it's a waiting energy that's coming through.
Is this reversed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like getting lost in the possibilities, what could have been, mourning or grieving almost. Yeah. I would like to clarify the King of Pentacles. Is this energy... Thank you. You let me finish.
The Sun.
And yeah. So I don't know, I almost, like, for me, I get the message that you do have sort of a King of Pentacles type of energy in your life that's meant for you if you choose to see it that way. But I don't necessarily feel like that's going to come from trying to attract or merge with this energy.
Yeah, with the Sun, it just feels like if you're already looking for somebody to stabilize you, or if you're looking to merge, you already have a groundwork within yourself to be your own stable physical energy, and it's there.
And I totally see how this person, with this being their energy, feels like the King of Pentacles. Like I see them resonating possibly with like your father figure growing up, not to be weird, but sometimes there is that vibe of like we've imprinted on a certain prototype for like what a partner is, and then something with the Emperor coming through, I just see that being a possible resonance, or they just feel like the type of person you were going to be with.
Yeah, no, and it feels like on the onset this person might feel more like that king, but with the undertones here and the conflict that's here, they aren't the King of Pentacles. They have yet to discover what their true energy base is. Maybe the King of Pentacles is an ideal that they are trying to live and present, but that's not actually where they're based.
No, they're still learning a lot about where they want to go and what they want to be.
Yeah.
A lot.
Okay, Nine of Swords with the Chariot. Oh, so just this sense of overwhelm and inaction. So you want to go someplace and you're not quite sure where to start. And the Four of Cups with the Six of Cups.
I just feel like it's really scary to move on with this energy. I feel it's very terrifying to just yoke up your chariot and move forward.
Yeah.
And I just see you really holding space for this person, and if you look at these cards, this little image up here is the Six of Cups. So I see you almost kind of projecting that idea onto...
I feel like this goes back to what I said earlier. Maybe the best thing you can do is to just stop associating this person with the ideal that they present themselves as, and let them hold space for themselves in a way that lets them be a whole person, and you can be comfortable with being your own King of Pentacles, being your own stabilizing force, your own manifester.
Yeah, I feel like you have incredible manifestational potential with the Magician coming up, but with the Seven of Cups, it feels like, unfortunately, you're limiting your options and possibilities. The Seven of Cups, more than any Seven of Cups I've ever seen, is so in love with loss almost, and that's really harsh phrasing. Just my shadow work energy came through there. But yeah, there's a sense of accidentally manifesting loss because we're attached to older possibilities or dreams or hopes.
Yeah, even though, again, you didn't get the Devil energy coming through here for you, but it's in my mind, and there's maybe this attachment to doing this with a partner, not doing this alone, or that a male type energy should be the one that holds down these possibilities. And so I almost get the feeling that you're like, with this magician, you're this generator. And so you're really used to operating through other people, and that you're not necessarily comfortable operating through yourself. And so you look for opportunities and ways in your life where you can help other people manifest. Maybe you've got really good advice and you're always willing to give advice or to like train people, but you don't necessarily live your own advice. You won't take those steps for yourself, but you will give your power away to other people so they can manifest. Mm-hmm. And there's a sense of like living vicariously, and you just being comfortable with the fact that you never get to get what you really want. You don't get this movement forward. You'll just keep investing in other people, and it becomes a very familiar cycle of fantasy, holding space, investing, and then having to separate, and that is very painful.
Yeah, I mean, the Chariot is all about moving forward with both sides of your energy fields. And so if you're always projecting this masculine onto another person, you can't fully move forward in your complete power.
Yeah.
And your bottom deck energy was the moon, so it's very probable you guys both have shadow work to do. That's very normal in these situations. It's very rare that like one person is 100% squared away and the other person is like the train wreck. So yeah, there could be a sense of unconscious collusion in this energy where you're drawn toward them and your crown is sending you this signal, and this is not blaming at all. Your crown may be sending you the signal that like, I don't think this situation is for you, I don't think this is gonna put you on your best path, but you just feel very determined that this is the cup that you want to be offered.
So since like these two energies did come out together, I would like to see if everything went absolutely correctly. I kind of want to see that.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I feel like I have a download for what that would look like, but I would like Tarot to confirm.
Sure. Do you want to draw?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Alright, so yeah. Let's see the ideal outcome for these two energies.
Oh, yeah, both. Yeah, let's just take King of Peppermills. Okay.
So not the King of Coins.
Not the King of Coins. This is very like a creative and dynamic energy.
Oh. So thoughts, conscientious choices. Because the Two of Swords in this deck is the same as the Hierophant card. Like it features a caterpillar, so it ties to that card in this deck. So a lot of very conscientious choices need to be made. Which I mean, I know both sides of the mushroom, you know, it doesn't really matter which one you eat, but there's this sense of like actually making a choice. Like your person's energy is all over the place.
Yeah, I feel like the feeling that I was getting is that there's a huge opportunity here to really subvert a lot of ideals and lean into sort of switching roles.
You know what I just noticed also is that Alice is wearing his crown. She's wearing I know she's being crowned the queen, but actually within that context, I see you, instead of looking for this power somewhere else, taking it on yourself. Yeah.
So like almost like they've crafted this persona and then you just get to like take it.
Yeah.
You get to take it, and then they now have the space to maybe start getting in tune with their cups energy.
Well, yeah, you are bringing this cups energy. Yeah, and I feel like, you are projecting too much because what they're trying to find the truth of what their intuitive emotional energy is. And I don't know that they can necessarily do that if they have this expectation being put on them.
So it's just like if you're willing to hold the crown, run the business, or, you know, move things physically and give space, then there can be freedom for both of you, and this acceptance of both of you instead of I feel like pressure.
Yeah.
Just this pressure.
And you choose, do you want to be bigger or smaller? Like, do you want to make yourself small for this person, or do you want to be your full fucking magician potential?
So there is a sacrifice here if you do that.
Yeah.
But you do get to choose. Okay. Anything else?
No, that feels very clear to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope these messages were helpful for you. If they feel very painful or great, or they don't like mix with your energy or your idea of this person, feel free to let the energy go if you feel like it's not for you. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome if you chose everybody's favorite gal, the rose quartz. So today the cards we pre-shuffled for your person's energy is Limitless, so that's big energy right there. Emotions, and the bottom deck energy was Divine Consciousness. So a beautiful color palette coming through, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're getting from this is kind of that your person is going through a period of possibly feeling very limited, really sensing their limitations, and there's a sense of maybe experiencing a lot of emotional triggers. It's kind of, this energy is coming through to help them kind of receive intuitive downloads.
Mm-hmm.
It feels a little bit orchestrated by their higher self or their guides almost.
It really does. It's just, and the message is really simple, and it's just that you need to take stock of where you are and reach out and realize that you're okay and that you're safe. I'm getting the sense that they're still operating in maybe a survival mindset, and that they don't have to operate that way anymore, and that you can just reach out and enjoy your life a little bit. But I guess we'll see what the tarot has to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I feel like the connections they choose right now with this circle energy are very, very important.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got Temperance and the King of Swords. He's sacrificing himself, and there's a rainbow. Yeah.
Oh, true, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
So
there's a rainbow here.
Yeah, it's like they just don't see. Like, turn around, King.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this.
This Temperance doesn't have a face.
Yeah, yeah. It's like this is ego death vibes, actually. To go from sacrificing yourself and then to be this faceless, balancing angelic being.
Mm-hmm. Balancing all your elements and your forces.
So yeah, as beautiful as these cards look, I think what they're experiencing is actually incredibly triggering or challenging.
Mm-hmm. Okay, may I get this sense of self-sacrifice, and they've had to do a lot of internalizing in their thoughts.
Yeah.
Maybe giving up ideas or things that they wanted or thought that they needed for the benefit of somebody else or something else.
But I just get this feeling of like of shame almost, like this feeling of this is because this is the committing Harry carries. I get this feeling of like, instead of reaching out to other people for healing, just internalizing and kind of like, it's like they're being asked to make that choice to reach out to someone else for healing instead of just like self-destructing. Is kind of.
I just see, yeah, I guess maybe they don't look for other resources, so they think that they have to grow those things in their life with their own blood, sweat, and tears instead of reaching out to other sources to bring them in. So maybe they're really just used to being the only ones that they can rely on to grow their life.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other cards? Okay. Oh, hello again.
Yeah.
So, but it's just like whatever nourishment that's available to them is not like, it almost feels like if you want to take this king and put it in the place of this skull, you have this outside energy that's coming in but being blocked because these flowers aren't growing the way that they thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I see now I was the veil on my own path. That's a Rumi quote that's coming to mind. Mm-hmm. They are their own blockage, and that's why they're being challenged to understand their own limitlessness in terms of how they create their own reality.
Mm-hmm. And I guess their own limitations too. Just being balanced and knowing when to ask for help, knowing when to quit, knowing how to use your resources wisely. Mm-hmm. With this Two of Pentacles. Okay. Let's clarify the King of Swords, because that is who came out first. Oh man.
It feels like they want to give so much.
Oh yeah. I hurt. This one hurts.
Yeah, no, that is just like the feeling of like just pulling yourself open to give so much, and I just feel like a lack of appreciation when I look at this card.
Yeah, it just feels like you're really, or your person has really sacrificed a part of themselves for maybe an ideal. Maybe they're just like a very, like they have this sense of duty or this sense of justice, this sense of what is right in the world, and they don't project or presume that other people in their life have that same sense. And so they put it 100% on themselves to live that truth and to manifest that thing. And maybe they don't have a sense that other people would care or would want to invest.
Yeah, and I just feel like they don't know how to save enough for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, with temperance, that's what the point of that is knowing when to pull back and when to push forward, and they just don't have a good sense of that.
Yeah, just always giving of yourself. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't.
That card's hard.
Yep. Okay, temperance. Oh, golly. 2 for temperance. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups. Different vibe from the other 7 of Cups. And the 5 of Pentacles. There's a lot of pentacle energy here. And again, of this like giving of yourself, or this releasing.
I mean, yeah, there are so many different options, and what I see with this 5 of Pentacles is your person just seeing all the lost opportunities, all the ways that they failed, where they weren't good enough, they didn't give enough, they didn't get there in time, and they don't realize that like life is full of these abundant, beautiful opportunities. I don't see them nurturing the correct opportunities or recognizing the correct ones. They just seem like they focus a lot more on the failures and the shortcomings.
Yeah, so maybe there is just this like living in the past. Maybe there is a mistake that they made that really tore them apart, and now all they can think about and keep punishing themselves for is this one thing in the past, instead of looking or even allowing themselves, like fantasy can be healthy, exploring possibilities can be healthy. And if they're not allowing themselves to fantasize or to explore other possibilities, and they just keep looking at that one thing from their past, they're going to be stuck.
This card always makes me think of an Alison in Wonderland, where she cries all those tears, and then when she becomes small, she just can't swim in them, like she's drowning. So yeah, I see your person just drowning themselves, and yeah, it's a very difficult, heavy energy.
It is. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. Okay, the Sun.
Yeah, so with the Sun being here, I see this incredible opportunity for integration within themselves, first of all, which is kind of what the classic 2 of Pentacles speaks to.
It does. Yeah, just finding that balance, and again looking outside of yourself, going back to the these guiding energies, and just reaching out. There's this hand here, just reaching out, looking for resources. Your bottom deck energy is the 8 of Wands. It just feels like you're weathering the storm.
But there's so much value here with this like little, look, there's this little upside down house in this eyeball, this little house getting carried away by a tornado and destroyed. But like in here, there's that little house peeking out. So there's this like beautiful center of them that is not damaged, that is still beautiful and whole. And so I feel like they have this incredibly self-protective energy, because this King of Swords thinks they have to do everything on their own. But really, like, there's so much beauty you can create with others that you truly emotionally connect to, or they can create, I should say.
Yeah, it might be like what might attract you to them is this sense of possibility, of this sense of growth that they have. Like, they're probably a very like beautiful person. Like, their sacrifices are definitely surrounded by like rainbows and all this like beautiful energy that they generate. So maybe you see that possibility of these balanced possibilities and the Sun coming in for them.
Yeah, there's this shy little energy peeking out, and then the Six of Cups reversed underneath, and the Ace of Wands reversed underneath. Like, I feel like you feel this potential here with them. It's not nothing, like it's real, but this love is so buried so deep because they're so protected. They've just been through so much.
Yeah, they have this little seed of self-love that they need to grow and bring out into the world.
Yeah, because there's just so much shame here.
There is so much shame. Okay. Let's see what messages that we have for you.
Yeah, so we're gonna kind of contrast where your energy is at right now. What's going on in your energy field, just to see if you're in the same place as your person, if you're mirroring each other, or if maybe your energies are entirely in different spheres, manifesting in different ways. So let's see, what is group 3's energy?
We have centering. Oh, we have transformation.
And actually I feel really called. So this is your top deck energy, not bottom deck energy, but there isn't really bottom deck energy with that.
Liberation.
So I feel that for you a lot, actually. And just the shape of the hands there's this like gentle, beautiful, I don't know, I feel like there is probably something sort of gentle about your energy that this person is really drawn toward, because they seem so self-protective and kind of wounded and hidden a little bit. Yeah, so I feel like your energy probably feels really beautiful to them.
Yeah, you feel, I don't know, just sort of like being in an oasis, this nice calm space where you provide energy and acceptance and just this little hint, this little idea of growth, of creative thought.
Yeah, with these two chakras coming out for you, there's something very intentional and kind of active about your energy. Like, you may not be a super active or masculine person, but I think in the way that you approach situations, I feel like you're someone who tries to act from
a place of mindfulness and being thoughtful, intention,
and truthful to what feels right for you.
Like, I feel this energy over here just made me feel a little bit like anxious and queasy and sick to my stomach. And this energy that's coming out now just makes me feel like I can breathe again. Like, I feel a lot more open, which is really good. So as far as those two energies interacting, I can see why this energy would want to go towards this energy.
And they have this divine consciousness here that's coming through, and so that download is probably resonating with your energy.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so let's just see, any advice for group 3 if they choose to hold space for this person or pursue a relationship? Or not, whatever ends up manifesting between the two of you.
Yeah, this could be a learner or teacher and student sort of situation as well. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Oh yeah, you must feel like
Jesus.
You have it all.
Yeah, this was reversed.
Okay.
You may feel a little bit out of reach to this person, is kind of how I see that.
Okay. King of Wands. Is this reversed or upright?
Upright.
Okay.
Yeah. You also have the 8 of Wands.
Okay, yeah, there's that active.
The 3 of Swords, that is probably coming from your person, and then the 2 of Swords was in the reverse. So, yeah, I feel like
with this Queen of Pentacles, it feels like, with this energy, it feels like you have a lot to offer, but they won't accept it.
Or it could be reversed as well if they're the Queen of Pentacles. But either way, there is this sense that, like, there's so much potential here, but for whatever reason, the physical connection is not happening right now.
Yep, there's no space, there's no ability for that to happen. This King of Wands, and this 8 of Wands.
The energy is there.
Yeah, the energy is really there. There's this, maybe you have this very clear vision of what it could be.
Right. Or, yeah, this feels like you more.
Yep. And the Three of Swords reversed, it's just like, okay, come on, just let go. Just release.
Yeah. The Two of Swords, there is like a mental blockage here. There may be a lack of clarity at this moment, because it did come out reversed. And what we feel is the pain or the sense of blockage or separation, instead of just being able to sort of be with the relationship as it is and contemplate it and just be with each other's energy and understand each other's minds, almost, is what I get with that. Or understand your own mind, their own mind.
Yeah, the Two of Swords. Yeah, the Two of Swords upright is just a very sort of introverted, peaceful and intuitive energy. Like, this is sort of, it makes me feel like you're staying up in the middle of the night to journal and clear your head sort of energy. And this Two of Swords reversed makes it feel like maybe you're trying to force intuition. Maybe you're trying to like offer tools that work for you to somebody that doesn't know how to use them quite yet and doesn't have the space to accept those tools right now. But don't let that block you from your own clarity of mind, and don't let that cause you pain, and don't let that prevent your own forward momentum. I feel like the biggest thing here is to live your life.
Yeah, you have this energy for a reason. It's not for this person at this time, I wouldn't say.
So it's just, you can change. It just feels like with this Queen of Pentacles here in reverse, it just feels like you have very specific things that you would like to offer this person in very specific ways. And if they can't handle that, then the best thing that you can do is to live your life and prove, like show through your actions the value of what you have to offer. And just being in somebody's energy field while you're moving forward and creating and going towards things, even without explicitly saying how or why or telling them that I'm here for you or I have resources for you, you can create an opportunity of an energy shift without even trying. Which is really powerful, and I feel like the best outcome.
Yeah, because they are peeking with this Eight of Wands. They're like peeking from out of their protective wands. They do want their protective walls. They do want an energetic connection with that Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups reversed. And so if you are, your vibration is high and you are liberating yourself and you are transforming your energy and you're staying grounded, that's naturally very attractive. That's, you know, and just letting them know, like with this eye contact, like I'm here. They'll be aware of you, and it's kind of up to them to like find this temperance to kind of shift their own energy to being able to ground and connect with others.
Yeah, so you don't have to wait around necessarily at all. They're feeling you out, they're checking you out, and them what you have to offer and how you're offering it is just like very direct for them.
Maybe so.
So let them feel it out.
Yeah, let this shy energy come out of its shell if this is them. Like,
yeah.
I do feel shy. I mean, yeah, your bottom deck energy is the Prince of Cups reversed. That's very interesting. Yeah, so there's a sense that it might not be quite the time to come out very romantically straight out the gate. Like, they might not be in a courtship phase right now.
Yeah, and that's okay. It does feel like there are things to offer one another that could be balanced and healthy, as long as mutual energy centers are, maintained. You can't pour from an empty cup. I'll probably say that every video that I ever do. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah. And also, I feel like maybe you're with the colors on the card here, your sort of 7th chakra energies aren't fully aligned yet. Like, it takes time to sort of integrate that between the two of you. Almost like that's not something you can necessarily immediately click with and just get into that vibe with them. I think that'll be more of a slow unfolding energy.
Yeah, because the Prince of Cups has the King of Wands in his pocket.
Oh yeah, that's so weird. Yeah, the weird little butt crown you see in his pocket. He has it. That's very interesting. Oh, it's close to his heart.
It is close to his heart.
This is interesting.
Yeah, and then the other thing that comes to me is just like this sort of Kundalini energy, this sort of this rising energy. It's not, what is it, the goddess of healing with the two snakes.
Oh, Caduceus?
Caduceus, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that. It's just sort of a single.
Oh, true. It's not intertwined.
Single rising energy to a point of clarity.
Yeah. Your person has a lot of clarity to discover.
Right.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that we would like to search for or ask questions about?
This feels very clear to me. It is unfortunately a do your own thing, shine your own light, and let your person work through their shit kind of energy, which is always frustrating to receive as a message. But it looks like your energy is aligned very well. And if you try to tune too much into your person, I don't feel like they're necessarily ready for that.
Yeah, it might bog you down and stop your growth, or cause a little bit of sorrow or wallowing, get a wallowing feeling from that. But I mean, shine your light, do your thing, and just be excited when your person like peeks out from their little castle to check you out.
You're very check-outable.
Okay, thank you so much, Group 3. Bye.